What's good, YouTube? This your man Spill Dog. Hey man, that boy Devin Haney got salty. I watched a little face off with him and Brian Norman Jr. and Lil B told him, dude, you done stole Floyd whole stilo. And that was probably one of the main reasons why I ain't been able to rock with Devin Haney. I don't like a man that don't have his own identity, and everything about him has been trying to be like Floyd. And that would be okay if you and your pops went out there dissing him every chance y'all get. That's the part I don't understand because Floyd's father helped Devin out a lot, And to be honest with you, to me, he was at his best when he was fighting with Floyd Sr. To me, he looked better. That's the best I've seen him when he was rocking with Floyd Pops, and to see him turn coat like that once he started getting a little money and a little traction behind his name, really, it really kind of spoke to the character of them in general. A guy, and this is why a lot of people don't want to help certain type motherfuckers because you don't want to help nobody. Then as soon as they think they don't need you no more, the same person that came to you looking for help, trying to throw shade at you, straight up. If I was biting on somebody as hard as Devin has bit Floyd, I don't care what he did, you wouldn't hear me talk bad about a man that I'm trying to emulate. Like coming to the gym with the bodyguards and all that. That's all Floyd shit. And don't get me wrong, I think Devin Haney is kind of popular, but he don't need no damn bodyguards. Ain't nobody trying to do nothing to him. I mean, why would they? Only thing you might get is somebody asking for an autograph or somebody, might make a little sly comment if he done beat somebody they like, but I don't see nobody just wanting to come step to him. For what? You know, like I say, he ain't ever carried himself as no bully type dude. He did. And he a good fighter. Well, Mike Tyson. Most boxers I know besides Floyd, he's about the only one I ever seen hang around with bodyguards like that. When I was living in Atlanta, this was when Holyfield was probably light heavyweight champion, and even when he was big, I used to see Holyfield at the movies. You might see him running up and down Old National Highway. Dudes was boxers have always been a sport where you can just if you can talk to these people, and I just I just that was one of the biggest issues I had with Haney. Him not being his own man. Whoever you are, be that. That's what I always say. Just be yourself. And I always told my sons that don't try to be like nobody. Be like you. Whoever you are, be that. And be comfortable in your own skin, and being comfortable with who you are, and how you move. That just be you. I think you'll get a lot farther in life being yourself than trying to emulate others. You understand? But once again, I just think Devin Haney threw the whole face off. That's all he keeps saying is this level that he on, and okay, Lomachenko, you fought him after he lost twice and was damn near all close to 40. Uh, Linares had been beat several times by the time he fought him. Regis Prograis, I don't consider him an elite fighter. I consider him a good fighter. Cambosis definitely ain't elite. He got lucky and beat Teofimo Lopez, and he ain't done shit since. Nothing. Everybody he done been in the ring with has beat him since the Teofimo Lopez fight, if I'm not mistaken. Ryan Garcia pummeled him. Just punished Devin, straight punished him. So, I'm trying to figure out what he's talking about because when you stepped up with elite level power, you couldn't stay off the floor. That's just keeping it real. And he caught him in the first round. I don't want to hear no more of that PED shit. Dudes kill me with that. I don't want to hear no more about that. If that's all you got to say, keep that to yourself. We gotta be past that by now. straight up. I mean, I'm not so sure what happened in that fight. I do know this. PEDs didn't stop Devin from putting his motherfucking hands up. That's what people keep missing out. You keep your defense tight. Don't none of that happen. But he don't have that Floyd Mayweather defense like that. That's what dudes keep talking and shit like Devin. Devin get touched good by damn near everybody he fight in the middle rounds. Everybody get a piece of. He's gonna get clipped. Now it's just gonna be how do we handle it? But he gonna get caught a couple of times for that fight over with, and you not gonna beat the champion running. Y'all keep forgetting who hold the title. You gotta beat the champion. That's why, even though it was a lot of bullshit happening in that fight with Lamont Roach and Tank, we already know what happened. But at the same time, you also got to go in there and take the belt from the champion. You can't go in there and try to outbox him. You gotta, when a guy got the title, you gotta go in there and beat his ass. That's how you get the belt. And if Devin think he gonna run around the ring and get it, I don't think the ref's gonna be. I don't know. I just don't see that. I don't see that as a winning formula. And this guy got the belt. Plus, I got a funny feeling his pops is gonna make him go get that motherfucker. Go get him. I just really got that feeling. I think Pop's gonna send him out there and make sure he check that chin early and put something on his mind. And I really believe if he catch Devin with the right shots, whatever fight plan they got is going out the window, and he gonna be running for safety. I feel like that's gonna happen. I think Brian Norman Jr. is a better boxer than he getting credit for. I think the fact that Devin Haney won't have the reach advantage just like he do in these other fights is gonna be somewhat of a problem. I think he'll be bigger than I think Devin will be bigger than Brian Norman that night because he always come in heavy. But will he, has what's the dude named Conchi? I don't know if this shit they keep talking about juice. How y'all know Devin ain't juicing? How y'all know he ain't juicing? He got the guy on his team so he can beat the test. I don't give a shit. But how y'all know he ain't juicing? He sure getting. He been ever since he been with dude. He been swelling up like a motherfucker. Let's be real. Not saying what he is, I ain't doing, but that thought ain't never crossed none of y'all mind. I mean, come on now, let's keep it a buck. Now all of a sudden he talking about he might knock Brian Norman Jr. out. Man, I can't remember last time Devin knocked nobody out. Now anybody can be knocked out, but I don't see Devin Haney doing it. I think this shit he keeps saying about not on my level. If he really believe that might turn into a problem when he get in the ring. That's what people thought about Maidana when he fought Adrian Broner. That AB was an elite level, and he was a boxer against a dude that just so they thought could punch, didn't have no feet, all the same shit they saying about Brian Norman Jr. That's what they were saying about Maidana leading up to the fight with Adrian Broner. How did that turn out? Power is, to anybody who ain't ever boxed before, I'm just gonna tell you something. Power can change all that shit up. No matter what you thought, when you got a dude there that can punch and hit hard, and you take a couple of them shots, and you gonna know when you're in there with somebody that can punch. Straight up. I done been in the ring with dudes that punch hard, and when you get in there with a guy that can punch, it's gonna make you a little more cautious about how you approach that shit because power is real. And a guy that got power and know how to use it in that boxing ring can fuck you up. Some awful, excuse my language. I keep trying to, but you understand that power is a hell of an equalizer. Power can make up for a whole lot of lack of experience, so to speak. If that's, although B. Norman Jr. is just as experienced. And what Devin got to realize, he had to go get 5, 6 different trainers. His father boxed. He got one trainer. Devin had been around the world getting trained. Roy done trained him. Floyd Daddy trained him. The Body Snatcher trained him. I mean, shit, he done had. Mickey Bay, he done had 7, 8 trainers. B. Norman Jr., father, used to box. He had to go doing all that. they gonna be. I mean, like I say, and I agree with some seniors. Norman Senior said, and I've been thinking this for some years now, that Bill Haney's so arrogant that he don't want he don't really need to be the one in the ring talking to death. It really should be one of those one of them one of the guys who actually know what the fuck they doing, and but I feel him, that's his son, so I ain't mad at it one way or the other, but I always felt like it, let the trainer, let the trainers do their job, and let somebody that know, just not just know what they seeing, but has been in that ring before and experienced. They got a different. They can see it from a whole different perspective. A guy that's fought before. I agree with something Floyd Mayweather said years ago. He was like, he didn't want a guy training him that had never fought. I agree, because how you gonna tell me to go out here and go for it, and you ain't never went out there and went for it before? I agree with that 1,000%. I wouldn't want nobody in a corner with me that ain't gloved up before. Hell no. So once again, I think Brian Norman gonna knock Devin out. I do. I think he gonna knock Devin out. I think he gonna stamp it. I think he gonna knock him the hell out too. I really believe so. I think Devin, if his arrogance is real and he going there fighting the way he talking, he gonna get fucked up in there. B Norman Jr. is not finna play with this dude. He's a serious young guy. He a man about how he go about things. He got his own way. He ain't got all that play in him like Devin, all that grinning and giggling. He ain't that type dude. And once again, they got a saying in the South that a hit dog a holler. When Brian Norman Jr. told Devin, get your own style, that shit pissed Devin off. But hit dog a holler, he did tell him the truth, like that you ain't on my all that shit he's saying is stuff Floyd used to. He is like damn near a Mayweather clone as far as the way he try to carry himself, and he putting himself on a pedestal that he don't belong on. Y'all gotta remember, he didn't even, the first title he got, he didn't fight for it. I think he legitimized it, I guess, with either Campos or the Loma Chico, whichever one. But that Loma fight was a lot closer than people than expected. But whether I won a 100 point win is win, loss is a loss. But it ain't like he went there and beat an undefeated guy. So way I see it, man, I don't see Devin. Like I say, he done maybe fought a couple of guys better than the guys that uh, beat Norman fought. But at the same time, he ain't been in there with Shakur or Tank. I mean, he sparred with him, but he ain't been in the shit he talking about. He ain't really done that. The best thing he did was the fight with Loma, who was an old man. To be honest with you, if you look at the age difference, the age, height, weight, all that, Devin should have dominated that fight, and he barely won it. You know, uh, I think he gonna be in I think he gonna be in some trouble in this fight. I do. I think Brian Norman Jr. gonna come in there and whoop his ass. I do. I think he gonna. I just really believe he gonna come in there and put something on Devin. Now, win, lose or draw, I still would give respect Devin for taking the fight. I like him. I like the fact that he is willing to fight these dudes. Now he haven't fought them, but he has been willing. But being willing don't make you would have beat none of them. It don't. Just cause y'all didn't fight don't mean you would have beat these dudes. It just means that he seemed to have been willing to do it. But don't worry about it. You gotta. I mean, we're gonna see what's good in 2 weeks. But I got a funny feeling Brian Norman Jr. is gonna have a big surprise for Devin when he get in that ring, and I think within 2 or 3 rounds, Devin gonna realize this different than what he thought it was gonna be. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying he's gonna be knocked out or no shit like that, but I think Brian Norman Jr. would have touched him a couple of times by then, and Devin gonna know this shit finna be real in here. That's just my opinion. But that's it for me on this video. If you like the video, hit the like and subscribe. Till next time, it's your boy Spill Dog. I'm out.